It's arrested development.
I've just finished playing Baby Steps, which is a rage game that came out in 2025, and I have a theory that I wanted to share. Spoilers ahead in case you haven't played it yet. Nate is a 35-year-old couch potato living in his parents' basement. He suddenly gets transported to a different world and you control his feet one at a time, and as you can expect, it's very clumsy. The saddest thing for me is not that he's an awkward loser.
Yeah, that's how I like it. I just do feet. Yeah, but is there maybe just toilet?
That he's a fat fuck, a sad, good-for-nothing bum that's so worried about what other people think of him and feels so bad about himself that when he reaches a point in the story where he can wish for anything, he wishes he were dead. The saddest thing for me, and this is just a theory that I had, is that he's actually a biologist like me. So he went to college, he maybe even got a master's degree in botany, and hear me out. So I think that because he can find different fruit in the game and he always identifies them, and the fruits are not like all common fruits like bananas and grapes. So take a look at this list. Would you be able to identify a cherry moya or a wax jambu or a tamarillo or a rambutan? So the saddest thing for me was to think that, like me, he grew up in an era where people told him that he should study, and if he studied, he would get a good job and he would get everything that he wanted in life, you know, a stable job, his own house, he would be able to raise a family. And basically, through study, he would be someone in life. Remember, he's 35, so he's part of the generation. So he went ahead and he did those things. He studied biology and then went on to get a master's in botany, or he just straight up got a bachelor's degree in botany. But anyway, he knows a lot about plants, but unfortunately he wasted his time studying something that is deemed unworthy in the job market. So he knows all of those things, but he can't get a job in it, and people basically don't feel like the knowledge that he has is worthy of payment. So after working a few low-paying jobs outside of his field, he decided it was just not worth it and gave up. So he's not just a guy that quit school, never left home, played games through the years throughout his life, and never did anything in his life until that point where the game begins. He's socially awkward, sure, but he's not lazy. And bigger fans might argue, but what about that mini game with the high school reunion? He feels like he has achieved nothing. I'm gonna recommend this article, which I think is really good. It comments how this game is about depression, and it's a great read, but it has spoilers for the whole game, so be warned before you start reading it. Anyway, when you have depression, it's hard to ask for help or to see value in yourself or in your achievements, and it's common to focus on the bad stuff and even forget the good stuff that happened to you. So it makes sense to me that he did do stuff in his life that he just deems that they're worthless, especially if he's comparing himself and his achievements to the others around him, which is very common to do when you have depression or social anxiety, for example. And anyway, it's hard to know what's real in this game and what's just happening in his head due to his anxiety and negativity, or just because they were like, he was just imagining stuff or just having bad dreams. But yeah, that's my theory. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Don't you think you're projecting too much? Like he just knows some fruit that we don't even know if he's right or not. I already recorded the video. Also in the secret 28-minute cutscene at the end, he says broccoli and broccoli rabe are the same plant, but it's not. He should know that if your theory is correct, shouldn't he? Now I don't want to post this anymore. Sorry, I thought you would like to know this before posting. Like, I think someone was bound to comment it anyway. I was hoping you would say something positive and supportive, you know. Sorry, I'm sorry. Do you think the developers will watch your video? Oh, I'd love that. I'd be flattered. I don't think you deserve it though. Why would you say that? I worked so hard to make this video. You didn't beat the game. I did beat the game. Yeah, but you know what I mean. You only did the bare minimum. You wouldn't know any of that stuff about the fruit, the minigames, the secret cutscene if it weren't for the people who actually did it. and recorded and posted the videos that you watched. I think there's value in doing research too. I was interested in knowing more about the game. I went out of my way to watch those. There's value in that. Like, I think there's value in that. I'm just saying you didn't learn it. Didn't you learn anything with this game? Okay, enough talking to yourself. Thanks for watching.